I know you lying. I know you lying because R&B diva Sandra St. Victor is up next. And why didn't you guys tell me about this lady? Like, I speechless. And we're going to talk about it. That's how good it is. This lady is so good. She leaves you speechless. All right, we're going to talk about it. What's up, everybody out there? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in over here to Peppie's Point of View. That's right. I'm yours truly, the R&B historian. That's right, Peppie. I'm taking that one. Thank you, DT. Hey, I didn't name myself that. Someone said I'm an R&B historian. I am an R&B historian. Thank you. That's it from here on out, the R&B historian. And today I am talking about R&B diva, neo soul diva. That's right, Sandra St. Victor. And I was asked to check this lady out by DT in the comments, and I was like, that name sounds familiar to me. I know that name. And I was like, that's Family Stand. Anyway, so I love the song Get to Heaven. I did back in the day, okay? And I recall Jackie McGee was, replaced Sandra St. Victor in the, as the lead female vocal in the group or the band, Family Stand. Anyway, so I've never heard anything from her besides that, never. And then I go and I said, well, let me check her out because I'm thinking that maybe she had one album out because that's what I'm doing. I'm checking out R&B divas right now who have put out one album and, you just never really hear from them again. And so that's what I thought I was doing. But come to find out she has more than one album out and I'm going to make sure I check that out. But anyway, baby, let me tell you, I am floored. Like, when you go and you sit down and you expect something, but you don't know what to expect, and then you go and you look up like, okay, I hear you. Okay, like you go into like a cafe, a soul cafe or something like that, and you eat it and you don't know the artist, but heard some things about the artist maybe, and then you go in and you having a conversation with your friends and so on and so forth. You're sipping on your little drink and, maybe waiting on, a little bit of food to come to you and everybody's just talking. And then all of a sudden she comes up on the stage and you see them getting ready and putting the band together. You're still not expecting anything. And then she gets up and she starts to introduce herself, and talk a little bit. And you're like, oh, okay. And you're still talking. And then all of a sudden the band starts playing and you're looking like, oh, okay. And then she starts singing and you look like, oh, okay. That's what I'm getting from Sandra St. Victor. It's kind of like everything stopped. It's like the whole world stops when, you hear this album, Mac Diva Save the World. Like everything stopped for me. And I'm listening like, I'm not pulled in. There's no pulling. There's no tugging. There's no trying to convince. It's just what it is. And that's the problem with record companies. Back in the day and however many there are now today, that's the problem with these record companies. True talent, authentic talent, nothing forced, nothing made up. It just flows out of you. It is what it is. You take it, you leave it. You try to duplicate it, you try to imitate it, but you can't duplicate it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I get from Sandra St. Victor. Why do I say you try to imitate it, but you can't duplicate it? Because I'm thinking about some other R&B divas right now that I'm about to discuss. But let's get back to these record companies, and then we'll talk about this album that's cut for cut. I mean, every song on the album, I kid you not. Mac Diva Say the Word is the album. I don't care if it did come out in the mid-90s. I'm going to forever tell people, have you heard Mac Diva Say the Word by Sandra St. Victor? You need to check that album out. Like, I'm going to be that way, like Oprah Winfrey was with The Color Purple, going around giving out books, telling everybody. Like, that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out with Sandra St. Victor. Listen here, thank you, DT, but Sandra convinced me. Like, this diva is not a joke. I don't know too much about her. I've never really and truly seen her before, like perform or anything other than the Family Stand back in the day. So now I got to go check this diva out. But anyway, that's the problem. What's wrong with these record companies? They don't get it. And I know I said in a previous video, right? I said, hey, I'm not into the Jill Scotts and the Erykah Badu like that. Like, I started liking Jill Scott when, she released the song The Way. I started like Erykah Badu when she released the song Tyrone and Bag Lady. So you can kind of see where my music taste is, and I'm pretty sure the record executives would say, well, see, that's the problem. You guys don't buy this music. We think that they're talented, but when we put it out, you guys don't buy it. No, don't put the blame back on me, because if you can make us buy all this other junk that's out there and force that down our throat, then all you needed to do, and I'm talking about these record executives and everybody else, was throw a little bit more money out there. You would have definitely got your bang for bang for the buck. You understand what I'm saying? You would have got that out of an artist such as Sandra St. Victor. I mean, because this here is not forced. You could tell when it's forced on an album, and this is not forced at all. This woman is pure funk. She is so much funk. Let me tell you who this lady is. And Sandra St. Victor, somebody please get this video over to her, because I'm here to tell you, I am definitely brown nosing, if you will, or I'm definitely, propping this diva up, because I have something personally I want to say to her for her next album. I do. I have a title for her next album. Why this title? Because when I heard that first song, track 2, Mac Diva, when I heard that song, you guys, I kid you not, I'm listening to it. Matter of fact, the first track I'm listening to, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a little bit of Bernadette Cooper going on over here. You know how Bernadette Cooper introduced her album of Drummer According to Bernadette Cooper, when she, it's like, oh, mommy, she's back. And then Stephen Ivory comes in and she's like, I'm just kicking back, relaxing, and looking good. And so that's what I was getting from the intro skit from Sandra's album. But then track 2, Mac Diva, listen, that first song, I'm here to tell you, that first song, this lady, and I kid you not, this lady is Selena Johnson, Macy Gray, Rochelle Farrell, Shaka Khan, Fantasia. And I am not joking. Like, she is all of these divas wrapped up in one. And Shaka Khan has a song out that we all know called I'm Every Woman. No. Tell Sandra St. Victor her next album title, her next song she needs to write, because of all of that just flowed through that first song that I heard. Mac Diva, your next song, your next album, Sandra St. Victor, is going to be I'm Every Diva. That lady is every diva. Like, listen here. I know I talked about the Karen Wheeler was way before Jill Scott and way before Erykah Badu, but I'm here to tell you, after that, we got our Sandra St. Victor. Yes, we do. Like, Sandra said, move over. Bacon. I kid you not. Move over bacon. Everything else is bacon, baby. Because so I kid you not, you guys. Like, I could go on and on about this lady. Like, I am so like floored that I missed out because you know me, I'm sticking in my 80s R&B divas. But speaking of that, let's talk about her because I know I got some stuff, I got some notes, but I got to get some things off my chest. I have to get some things off my chest, y'all, regarding what I just heard because I am forever like a fan of Sandra St. Victor. I am so glad. Like, this definitely was just right on time for me because I definitely thought that music had lost its shine, its luster. I just thought it was losing it to me. I'm here to tell y'all, I thought I was never ever going to find anything, authentic again in music. I don't even, because I'm a stickler, so I'm sticking to my divas. I feel safe and comfortable with my divas. I feel safe and comfortable with Stephanie Mills and A'ngela Winbush and Melissa Morgan and Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight and Chaka Khan. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel comfortable with these divas. They're safe. Why? Because you know what you're going to get. You understand? And it's a shame that Sandra St. Victor, it looks like she started to go solo during a time where music was changing. Right, music is definitely changing, and because of that, this album that was on Warner Brothers record, Mac Diva Save the World. If you follow me enough, then you know by 1997, I stopped listening to music. I did. 1997, I stopped listening to music. I wouldn't listen to it anymore. I stopped listening to music on the radio. I could tell you the albums that I purchased in 1996 and 1997. 96, it was the Isley Brothers' Mission to Please. 1997, it was Patti LaBelle's Flaming En Vogue's EV3 album. Like, I think that was one of few albums that I started, that I purchased, because after that, I was done. It looked like they were phasing all of these artists that I like so much out. And I was like, I don't know what you guys are trying to give me, what y'all trying to do. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not listening to this radio anymore. Like, I don't know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's unfortunate that at this moment in time, that's what's happening to music. And I'm just going to assume that an artist like Sandra St. Victor with this album, Mac Diva Save the World, in 1996, you phasing all of this stuff out and bringing all these other people in. It's a shame that, you guys do us like this. And then you try to make it seem like we don't buy, you don't give it to us, you don't present it to us in this way. And I'm here to tell you, this here is definitely not forced at all. So what do I know about Sandra St. Victor? Very little. I don't know a lot about her at all, since I'm just now being introduced to her. But what I will say is that according to bios, she's definitely from Dallas. Of course, as I told you, she was a member of the group Family Stand. They had the song Ghetto Heaven that was out. I remember it. It was very just cool and smooth like. And, it did pretty well for them, in certain areas of the country. What it is when you're offering something new and fresh, if you will. And so it is what it is. She definitely went to the same schools that an Erykah Badu and Nora Jones went to, Booker T. Washington High School, which is a performing and visual arts school. And then somehow or another, she made her way over into New York, met up with Roy Ayers. And then from that, somehow or another, she found herself with Chaka Khan. See, there you go. I didn't know. She found herself Chaka Khan's background singer, and that's why I tell you, she definitely is a diva then that went to school. Something, you got that training in. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I know. I know them vocals. I know them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure if Chaka Khan was not able to perform during rehearsal, I want to bet that a Sandra St. Victor was definitely up front saying, well, hey, Chaka ain't making it to rehearsal right about now. Which one of you divas back here is going to get up here up front and and sing these songs so while we can rehearse and get everything right. Because Chaka Khan just gonna come up in there and do a thing, and it is what it is. But see, that's what I'm saying. You got to have that kind of talent, and Sandra St. Victor is definitely that. So I told y'all I heard some Chaka Khan vocals in that on that first song. But anyway, moving right along, and so then she finds herself, of course, on tour with her, with Freddie Jackson, Glenn Jones, and then, of course, she finds herself, being among some R&B session singers. Like back in the day, you had like the Waters, you had Tawatha A.G. Let me slow down, y'all. Of course, all of Luther Vandross's background singers, it is what it is, who else? Lisa Fisher, Cindy Mazel, I think I always pronounce her name wrong. And then who else you have? Oh gosh, I'm thinking too fast, but that's all right. Y'all know where I'm going. Will Downing's wife. What's Will Downing's wife's name? Take a deep breath. Audrey Wheeler, great background singer. So do you see where I'm going with it? I mean, this lady is in a class of artists that, it's a shame that the BET Awards subjected us to that foolishness. You see what I'm saying? That listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying people are not talented. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm here to tell you, you can tell the difference between those who show up and everything is choreographed. You know what I'm saying? To make it look good, to make it look good. But when people have showed up and they have the schooling, yeah, the schooling, they know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you get from a Sandra St. Victor. Oh my gosh, y'all. And then, of course, she go on to, release more records, so on and so forth, and work with more people. And it is what it is. But this album, Mac Diva Saved the World. Whoo, child. Whoo, child. Like, see, this is not a gimmick. This is not a gimmick. I have to go back to this. This is definitely not a gimmick. And I'm not saying for you all Erykah Badu fans out there, I'm not saying Erykah Badu is a gimmick. I'm not saying Jill Scott is a gimmick. But, there's Jaguar Wright going around basically saying that Jill Scott bit her style off. You understand what I'm saying? But here's the difference, though. Chaka Khan can easily say these divas, you understand what I'm saying, bit her style as well. But here's the difference. This is what I love about it's so refreshing. I'm glad I'm having this conversation and getting this off my chest. This is what is missing in music, because an artist such as a Sandra St. Victor, who probably just went to school, well, obviously didn't go to school, but went to school for this, who learned up under people, who taught them what to do, you know what I'm saying, and how to do it, and so on and so forth. Then you go and you learn up under somebody like a Chaka Khan. Forget all of the drama that probably came with that. But, you learn up under somebody like a Chaka Khan, and then you get to go off on your own. But guess what you need, what you do when you get there. This is what is so missing in today's music and time and entertainment. Sandra St. Victor gets to now be at the forefront, and guess what she gets to do? She gets to say, I learned under Chaka Khan. You see, Chaka Khan, yeah, I toured with her. I learned with her, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I went to school. I learned how to do X, Y, and Z, so on and so forth. Do you understand what I'm saying? And now you're shutting the door on that. And it's just society, it's just culture, but I would not accept it. I would not accept it. I don't care how much garbage you try to throw down in my face. I would not accept it. I would say no. No. You still need intonation, phonation, accuracy, and pitch. You understand what I'm saying? You still need to hone your craft. You understand what I'm saying? You have to. You owe it to yourself to do that. Oh, child, I know I ain't even talk about the album. I didn't even talk about the album. But I did. You know, cut for cut, every song on the album I love, I do. Uh, I like songs such as, that stands out to me. Don't Bring Me Down. Oh my gosh, Don't Bring Me Down. That's going to be like an anthem in rotation. Don't. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just going to say, Don't Bring Me Down is definitely a favorite song of mine on the album. MPH, I like that one. Makes me think of D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. You know, I like that. And then Come Over. Come Over, she definitely giving me some Rochelle Farrell in there. She's got a little bit of Rochelle Farrell in this lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, oh gosh. Woo! Hey, I'm at the 20-minute mark. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is why I love to do what I do, because this is just so wonderful. It makes me go back to the times when, you know, I would find these gems in music and, you know, I rush and tell people about it and they're looking at me like, okay. And then I tell them about it. It was like, oh yeah, I like it. See, they just like it, you know, so on and so forth. But that's fine. That's fine. I like what I'm doing. So Sandra St. Victor is a definite lady who I am definitely putting way, way up there. She's definitely the diva. When I talk about divas, she's up there. You know, she's definitely up there, you know, with the Patti LaBelle's and so on and so forth in my book. And as I said, you know, all these divas. You know, yeah, I know some of you probably saying Patti LaBelle, but Patti LaBelle in that range, see, that's why we have to learn how to appreciate music and what they bring. You know, we can have R&B divas in a category all of their own, you know, in another set of category, you know, just a trailblazer in it and of themselves. So I don't know why an artist such as a Sandra St. Victor, you know, did not catch on. You know, I just speculated maybe it's the timing when she came out. You know, it could be, you know, your team. It could be your management team. It could be the record company. It could be politics. There's a whole lot of things that goes on in the background as far as how, you know, things get done, so on and so forth. So, you know, I'm pretty sure there's a story there. I'm definitely going to look into the story of Sandra St. Victor and just get to know her and her music, you know, and I'm here to tell you, she's definitely an artist. If she is performing, I am definitely going to have to make it my business sometime between now and whenever to go and check her out. I'm pretty sure I will be pleasantly surprised. Thank you again. I appreciate you guys out there. If you made it this far in the video, then you already know what we're about here. Go ahead on and hit the like button if you like the programming that I provide for you over here, talking about R&B divas. And every now and then I will, you know, talk about entertainment news and dish out the dirt on who dropped, kicked who in these entertainment streets. You know, I do that from time to time as well. Also, too, don't forget to put your behind where your heart desires to be. You understand what I'm saying? And whenever I leave my mother's presence, she says to me, she says, baby, remember I love you, but God loves you best. I love you. Thank you guys so much out there. You know, make sure you're loving yourself while you're out there loving others. And then you make sure the others that you're loving, that they're loving you back. And if you're not getting back what you put out there from them people, then it's okay. Cut loose. Be like, I love you from a distance, baby. It's all right. I can love you from a distance, but I got things to do. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, thank you guys so much. This pretty much here is the end of the video. And I'm looking forward to seeing you the next video. Until then, you guys take care of yourselves out there. All right now.